basically, what I want to do is the next step after upadi, sabbupadi, patinissago. So go now into the five aggregates. So what we are supposed to do is that even now, while you are meditating, so let's understand what this meditation is all about. There are three steps for meditation and four areas. So the first area, let's finish the area and then the three steps. The area is that you need to first have a focus. So what you want to focus? Okay. Generally, breath is a good focal point, but it can be other focus. So what I do is, let's say I don't have ability to observe breath or focus on breath. So first I'll take focus. It's part of manasikara. I need to focus. So where do I focus? Now this is a nice place where I have a empty um, wall. So what I do is I just sit and I start watching the wall, doing nothing, just watching. Since there's nothing out here, you would get the breath. So the distraction is reduced. You can try it out. This will work for few minutes only. It doesn't work for all the time, meaning you can't be completely focusing for a long time. It's just like camera and you press the shutter and after that it'll go to sleep. But you need to focus. So you focus on the manasikara. So the two parts of manasikara, or rather three parts of manasikara, is that yoniso manasikara, ayoniso manasikara, and there is manasikara. Okay. So this manasikara will make out what should be done. Okay. So out of five in the nama, that is asa, vedana, sanya, chetana, manasikara. So you have contact that creates feeling, then there's a perception, then there is intention, and there is attention. So intention is a chetana. So I intend to watch this wall. Okay. Then the focus happens. Just like I intend to watch the girl, or I intend to watch my son or daughter or whatever it is. So that focus. Now, when I focus on an object, it creates attraction and repulsion. But when I focus on this blank wall, it doesn't create anything because it's blank. There's nothing there. So it is shunya, empty. So the very next moment, you will be able to watch the breath. Try. Let's take 5 minutes. Try. So when you just keep on focusing on a particular object, which is blank, you get the breath. That's all you need to do. That's the first step. It's working. This one you can do with open eyes. You don't have to close your eyes or anything. You just You're focusing. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Working. Okay. So as long as you can focus, it will work. Okay. So this is for a person who cannot watch the breath. What he can do is he can just focus. So I'm just telling them or telling what we'll be doing while we are here. So today is to look at the five aggregates. Now how to do it. So first thing is that breath watching. So reading samathā. So the basic aim is that I have to watch the breath. So not able to watch the breath, I watch the wall like this. And you see the wall, you'll always be watching the breath. Okay. Then you require attention. If you don't have an attention, then it doesn't work. So where would I put my attention? So my attention is in the nostrils or in the chest or in the abdomen. I have to decide. Now that I've got this breath to, where do you want to attend it to? So whichever you're comfortable. Some people are comfortable in abdomen, where and continue. Some people are comfortable in the chest, fine. Some people are comfortable in the nose, nostril area, fine. Or some people are comfortable in all the three, fine. Some people are comfortable throughout the body, is fine. But pick the one which you would like to watch, I mean to attend. So you can attend. When you attend, you have to balance it out through observation. And that's the key aspect here. What is the type of the breath? Is it long or it is short? So dhiga rasa. So you have to see this long or short. Because if you don't do that, attention will go away. If attention goes away, the manasikara is gone. There's nothing you can do now. That means the breath watching fails. Okay. So if you want to center your attention, then you need to have observation. That's a key thing. And you have to observe whether it is long breath or short breath. Then you can see whether the whole body is breathing or not breathing. Because if you don't give any food to the mind, it will just escape from there. Doesn't make sense to it. So you have to see the whole body is breathing. So when I see my whole body is breathing, then comes awareness. the fourth one. The fourth step: focus, attention, observation, and awareness. Now, what is awareness? Awareness is of two kinds. One, the awareness of what you are watching. One, awareness of what it is. So that's Vipassana, what it is. But we are doing here what you are watching. So you are having awareness of the breath along with awareness of the sound outside, awareness of the smell going into the nose, awareness of the body movements, awareness of the saliva, awareness of everything around. So you can be aware of the six senses. That's the right way of doing. Because now you have Kaya, Vedana, Chitta, all the three. Anupassana. Okay. Once you are in this stage, you will come to know, then the time doesn't matter. So may when we do at 4 p.m. or 6 p.m. your time and 4 p.m. our time, we'll be doing that. So I'm just preempting you so that we don't have to do this thing when we meet. Yep, so you're ready for the time. So then, if I have come till here, that's good. So, having watched this for an hour or so or more, in whichever posture, it doesn't mean to be this posture or that posture, in walking, in standing, and sitting, and lying down. I can be in any posture. When I'm done this, then I can get into what I need to do. Yep. What I need to do is the two steps process. One is I can get into jhāna, because now my samathā is over. I need to get into jhāna. Okay. Why I need to get into jhāna? I've already shared that sutta. So Buddha talks about 5 things. First thing, you have sila, then you have samatha, then jhana, then vipassana, then shunyagara. So make the mind empty. Get this 5. This is MN6, which we spoke about. We'll be doing that. So now the third stage, which we are doing, is jhana. So while you're here, we will enter into jhana. Before that also, you should try to be in jhana, enter into jhana. Now, what is jhana, by the way? It's written as calm, abiding, and all that. Yes, it does. But chayaka is the word which is there in Aganya Sutta. Chayaka means burning, one who burns. So, for defilements to be burnt, you need to have the quality of mind. So, first we did samathā, tranquility, and then we are coming into a state where we can burn out things. For burning out things, I need to do vipassana of what I need to burn. Just like you have a shredding machine is jhana. What to shred is vipassana. At present, I didn't have any shredding machine. I have a lot of papers to shred, but I don't know how to shred it. So for that, I'm creating an equipment which will shred. So the Rupa Arupa jhanas are the shredding equipment, basically. So the first 4 jhanas prepare the ground for shredding. So I can now take the defilements and then burn them up. Yes, May, go ahead.
Does doing Vipassana stop the jhana? I always thought that it was like you have to do samatha to get jhana. Like, but some of the, if you did the breath, like, because you could do dhatus in the breath, like you did like cold air going in or warm air going out. I mean, does that stop the jhana or is that?
It does. It does.
It does.
It does. Because you're doing vipassana more than jhana. So if you look at that sutta which I shared, MN6, it's pretty clear what you should do. So first, assuming that all of you have good sila and you're breaking the sila, you can fix it. Not an issue. So that is taken for granted. And then we are doing this samathā. Now, how many hours of samathā should I do till the mind is tranquil? So it can be in 5 minutes, it can be in 50 minutes, it can be in 5 hours. I don't know. Depends on each person. Now, there's no timing for that. I just sat for 1 hour. That doesn't make any difference. So basically, it need not be what time. It's all about how tranquil are you, or how tranquil I am. I will only come to know my tranquility. Nobody else will come to know. While doing samatha, I will get 5 hindrances. First hindrance I'm going to get is doubt. Where it is written, where it is said, why should I do it, etc. You have to just let go of it and try doing it rather than distracting oneself and trying to see which sutta, which reference, which that, and this, and all of that, and then what? Because doubt brings in restlessness, for sure. Because I will not be able to do this. Let's say I want to watch, and then I'm watching the wall. Then the question comes where it is written you have to watch the wall, and nowhere it is written that you have to watch the wall. That's what has worked for me. So you can choose what you want, but the objective is you should be able to watch the breath. So can watching the wall help me in watching the breath? Yeah, it's you're focusing. Wherever you focus, the breath will be there. Simple. And that brings in attention. So manasikara is there. So sabbe dhamma, that is all dhammas are tied together by manasikara. Manasikara sambhava sabbe dhamma. So it's possible through manasikara. That's good. So it's working. It's there in the sutta, it's there in what I'm doing. Fair. So before I proceed to the jhāna, I should have let go of the defilements, hindrances. So the doubt or indecisions, restlessness, worry, then sloth and torpor. And definitely I'll get sloth and torpor the moment I close my eyes. 100%. Reason being, I have just now had my food. It's 1:21 here. So we just finished food at 12:40. So it's still in the stomach. The moment I close my eyes, then the dream state will start. So the better thing for me is to watch here with eyes wide open. So I don't sleep. So I have to find my own way out. If I don't have sloth and torpor, no problem. So I shouldn't be comparing any other person. Oh, he is able to do, why I'm not able to do. All that will create the same issues. Again, it will create doubt. Then it will create restlessness. Then it will create agitation, which is nothing but vyapada. Then it creates dhinamida. So then it's a continuous process. So the first stage is to get into samathā. Period. Then once I'm done, cleared, then I go into jhāna. Samatha is not jhāna. Samatha is a precursor to jhāna. Okay. So then Can I do Vipassana in jhana? No. You will be able to do Vipassana once you are in jhana, meaning once you are ready for burning, shredding, then you take. Then you take whatever you want to take and you can burn. How? Now I sit here. Now I'm in first jhana. So the breath is normalized. Don't have to watch it. The piti starts. Then it's the right time to do Vipassana, but I'll wait for it to go to third jhana. It'll go by itself. I don't have to do anything about the third jhana. So it will have sukha from head to toe. I'm feeling body is very light and mentally it's very vibrant, very, what I can say, mentally I'm completely energized. No strain, nothing. I feel elated, happy. And then happiness comes, it takes to the fourth jhana. So when I know I'm equanimous, if I have opened the eyes or if I'm seeing something, neither I'm attracted by something or I'm repelled by something, is the right time. Now I bring in Vipassana. Now I take 5 aggregates. What is Rupa? It'll continue on that. Don't have to do anything. It will by itself do it. It's like shredding. Put a paper and just shreds. So it throws out what is Rupa. Okay, then I say, who is the father? Shreds the father. And who is the child? Like that. I can ask a question, it just opens up. Okay, then there is feeling. At present, I had a one feeling, and now the feeling is totally different. It's no feeling, basically. So when I can see that it's equanimous, then there's no feeling associated with a particular object. Take an example, is that of this one. This is iPhone. Okay, now this iPhone, I love it. Okay. Now this is very dear to my heart. If it falls down or something happens to it, I can't take it. I'm taking it, keeping it very carefully, and I'm preserving it so that it doesn't have any issues. So I bring iPhone into the Vipassana. Okay. Now what it does, it will bring the iPhone and it will start tearing off the iPhone. Okay, the Rupa is seen. So what is Rupa? So I know it is Pathavi Dhatu. So I can see that it is heavy. If it made out of steel or aluminum or whatever it is, that's heavy. So I lose the sense of iPhone here and I'm doing it. So when I lose the sense of iPhone, I find that it's just a metal piece as opposed to iPhone. Then what I do is obviously, oh, this is Pathavi Dhatu. Then if this metal were to be burned, then it becomes liquid. I've seen steel liquid, aluminum liquid, and then only they have made this, can make into shape. This apo dhatu inside here. Then it is cold and hot. Okay. How do I know? When I'm making a call or anything, it gets heated up. When I keep it on charge, it gets heated up. That means there's tejo dhatu inside this. And then there is vayu dhatu. There's movement inside. Subtle, but it's okay. But what I can really see is it has occupied space, this object. Now, if this object has the same property, how about this object? It also has the same property. They both are made out of the same property. So this is Pathvi Dhatu. I just now had food. So through food, this body will grow. Without food. So if somebody says you're fat, it's because I'm eating more food. If somebody says you're lean, that means it's getting digested. So it's not getting stored. So there is lean. But neither I'm fat nor I'm lean. It's just a said. So that's super. So now iPhone has a Vedana. So if it is there with me, it brings me Sukha Vedana. If it is far away from me, it gives me Dukkha Vedana. How? I left this in another room and I've forgotten all about it. It is going to give me Dukkha Vedana for sure. There's a panic. Oh, where did I keep my phone? Oh, okay, I'm just searching here, there. And then maybe Viren will go and pick it up, saying that, why are you getting so worked up? It is there in that room. Okay. Something similar with our children or whatever we have. Same thing. If this can give me panic, anything else can also give me the same panic. They both are the same. So as long as iPhone is there, so long the fear of losing is there. So if there is no iPhone, can you lose anything? It's the question which I will ask in the Vipassana. And the mind lets go of that. So there is no sanya of this iPhone. Because iPhone is a name provided. Simple. In the same way, Vilas is a name provided. Now the problem is, Vilas can be a teacher, Vilas can be a husband, Vilas can be son, Vilas can be a citizen of a country, Vilas can be 100 things. But are they all Vilas? Is a question. Just like this iPhone can be used for music, can be used for video watching, can be used for Instagram, can be used for Facebook, can be used for anything other than calling. I can use anything. It need not be this thing or that thing. It can be for anything. And I can install many apps and play games and all of that. So it can be used for basically anything. The same way, this Vilas can be used for anything. So if there is an appreciation given to Vilas, is there a Vilas who will take that appreciation as though it is an iPhone which is going to get appreciated, and there might be 10 people who will depreciate it, who will say that this is worst phone I ever had. Right? It doesn't mean that everybody loves iPhone. It doesn't mean that everybody hates iPhone in that case. No. It depends on the utility. If the person is happy because it is coming to his or her utility. Same way of a person. A person, if is utilitarian, and then there's appreciation. If the person is not of utilization or utilitarian, then there is blame. This I can see. So, if I do this, if I really watch it, then the sanya is changed, perception. Right? And this can take a long while for me. And once the perception is changed, it relieves the pain. So sankharas are stilled. What is sankhara stilling? It means that the sight should be in this way, the sound should be in this way, the taste should be in this way, like that, it's gone. Because the rupa itself has no value now. So I don't care. And then the conscious experience of that is gone. That's an interesting experience to have. When the established consciousness or the abhisankata vinyana, the specially prepared consciousness of iPhone goes out of existence. Just like Vilas goes out of existence. And that moment, there's end of suffering. Because he is neither a teacher, nor a student, nor a father, not a brother, not a citizen, not this, not that, anything. Ne so mama, this not mine. Ne so aham asmi, this doesn't belong to me. Ne so name atta, this is not myself. The self identity is based upon what has been said. So if it is said as Vilas, then you have to define what is Vilas, and then you say he is our teacher. And the problem is, if you send this video to 100 people, 90 people might accept and 10 people might reject, or 90 people might reject, 10 people might accept, or 100 people might reject and 100 people might accept, or 50 people might reject, 50 people might accept. So there can be various combination of it. So when the feedback is given, it is given to Vilas. And now the pain starts because there is Vilas in truth and fact. So there is a Rupa of Vilas. So when the Rupa of Vilas as a teacher comes, and then there's a feeling of Sukha Vedana, that means there is pleasant feeling when somebody here appreciates, saying that I sent it to my friend and he was very happy, he's going to join, blah, blah, blah. And then there's a person who says that this is wrong, this is not how it is, blah, blah, blah. And then they feel unhappy. So they pass that unhappiness to me, just like they pass the happiness to me. So I don't have to take both of them because it's created. The Vilas as a teacher is created one. So when it's created, it's going to get dissolved or it'll go out of existence. Meaning, if there are students, then there is teacher. This being, this comes to be. With the arising of this, this arises. Meaning, student being, teacher comes to be. With the arising of student, teacher arises. Right? What is samathā? Now, what's avidya here? Avidya is that I am a teacher. So I'm making sankharas to make the teacher or get an appreciation as a best teacher. So the vijnana is of a teacher. So it has nama rupa. So there's name and form. So there's a phassa, contact. There's a feeling, vedana. There is a sanya, which is the perception. Then there is chetana, which is intention. Then there is manasikara, which is attention. So I'm attending to as a teacher in truth and fact. And the rupa side is this body. So this body possesses teacher. Right? So when you're seeing me, you might say, I'm your teacher. But my brother doesn't see me as a teacher. He sees me as his brother. That's a strange thing. My mother-in-law doesn't treat me as a teacher. She treats me as a son-in-law. My friends doesn't take me as a teacher. They take me as their friend. So now I can see there's a problem. They put whatever they put on that image and that gets experienced. So I don't have to experience that at all. So now I've come out of this holding on, pada, to this. So nama rupa doesn't enter into salayatana, six senses. It doesn't flow with teacher. Salayatana pachaya phassa. There's no contact as a teacher to have a feeling of a teacher, so that there is craving as a teacher. Then there is upadana, hanging on, holding on to as a teacher. Right? So that becomes becoming. I've become a teacher. Right? That's not required. So I'm a jati, the birth of a teacher. So it's going to have jara, aging of the teacher, marana. The teacher is going to die. Same like husband is going to die. Same thing, the son is going to die. If I had a mother, she would feel that my son shouldn't die. It's her son. And for my wife, husband shouldn't die. For my son, the father shouldn't die. For my mother-in-law, the son-in-law shouldn't die. For my friend, the friend shouldn't die. Like that. Right? But every day we are dying. But the objective is not to die. So jara, marana, jara is happening, every day is gone, one day gone, second day gone, like that. So marana is going to happen. And all the other things. So now, since there is no teacher, this not being, this doesn't come to be. With the cessation of this ceases. So with no teacher being, what? There's no death. Because the person who was dying was the teacher, as in Vilas. Yesterday, Anusha was asking this question. Maybe I'll send this video once I make it, asking her to go through it if she finds it interesting. So the Arhat Pala Samapatti is when you cut off this link. So they don't feel anything again as anything. And that's it. That's the end of suffering. So this is what we'll be practicing. Any question? Anyone? That's all for today. Tomorrow we can go into detail. Yep.
One question. So you said meditation is about samatha and vipassana, right? Buddha also said that. But you also just said samatha is different and jhāna is slightly different. So in that case, what is the use of jhāna on top of samatha? Does it make it the better samatha, or what is it?
Samatha is tranquility. Jhana is to burn, get ready for burning. Vipassana is putting what you want to burn. Okay. Now, when Buddha talks about samatha, if you've seen, he brings in immediately the jhanas. And since we are not in a position to get into jhana instantaneously, so we have to do the observing of the breath and then getting into jhana. Otherwise, they both go together. Like many people have this misunderstanding that they shouldn't do jhanas. They should directly attempt vipassana. Not possible. Some people believe that only samatha is sufficient. That is also not a tenable thing. You require both. Even those people who have done Goenkaji technique knows that there is anapana for at half days, or 7 days, or 14 days, or 20 days, like that. And followed by Vipassana of body scanning. So there's Samatha and Vipassana. So the difference between Vipassana of Goenkaji and this Vipassana is you're going to the 5 aggregates, whereas there you're going into the body sensation. You're establishing proficiency in body sensation so that you know how to do Vipassana, provided you're done Anapana. That's how that samatha is. So one another aspect which is not covered in Goenkaji technique, which he covers later, what Ashwin had said, is jhāna. There is, but that's not immediately said because the person has to come to that level. So why it has been done is that jhanas, when you achieve, they are very calming states. So person gets addicted to that. So you're coming out of addiction, so then the vipassana cannot happen. But if you follow rightly in a proper way, then you are doing samatha, then you are doing jhana, then you are doing vipassana. Where it is said like that, you see that MN6, he separated it. 5 things. He says, these 5 things you need to do. If you want, you can go through it and tell me. That's the only sutta where he says you have to do it like that. If you wish. Yes.
Thanks for explaining and answering my question. Another related question is that this jhana itself can be very enjoyable.
Yes.
It can be enjoyed without this vipassana, right? So
Correct.
to which extent, I guess in Buddha Dhamma, it's not to be enjoyed, it's to be done along with vipassana. But my question is, to which extent this jhana can be enjoyed without vipassana?
All the extent, as much extent. So basically, it's like this, Aryu. I am not in a good frame of mind today. There's another sutta in Sanyukta Nikaya, 48.38. We had gone through that, but if you really go through that, it'll say, or in 48.40 also, that if you have body aches, get into first jhana. Why? Because the mind will keep on reflecting upon the body ache. You can't do vipassana at all. Let's say I'm having fever and there is body ache. What should I do? Get into first jhana. Simple. I'm in a hospital. What should I do? Get into first jhana. Remember, when you leave the body, you are in Brahma realm. So be on first jhana. Simple. Right? That's the reason you should be in first jhana. Nivapa Sutta, another sutta, where Buddha says how to escape Mara. And you should be in first jhana. Because you have come out of Kamaloka. So be in first jhana. So body ache, first jhana. Mental mind, do manasa. That is body dukkha, I'm in first jhana. Body sukha, I'm in second jhana. Mental dukkha, I'm in third jhana. Right? And mental somanasa, I'm in fourth jhana. And then upekha, I'm in 9th jhana. That's what he says. Why? Body ache, first jhana understood. But body sukha, we enjoy. Come to second jhana. Be in abhasara realm. Because if you were to die at this moment, you are in abhasara. So don't forget. You are doing it because you might be pulled into some other realm. So you better be in second jhana. And if you have mental agitation, be in the third jhana. Domanasa. Why? You have to remember, if you have this, you'll go into painful existence. Cut it. Go to the sukha. Then when you are in somanasa, go into the fourth jhana, equanimity. Like that. So depending upon my physical and mental state, I should take action. If you ask me how much and what not, and then depends on my physical and mental state. Does that answer?
I guess if the person just stay there and then become, not having motivation to do Vipassana at all, then they become negligent or, a samathā. But otherwise, it's good to be.
Yes. So before you attempt to get into the jhana, Vipassana, you should have jhana. Simple. Straightforward answer. No jhana, no Vipassana. Yeah, Bobby, it is 48.38 and 48.40. I don't know the in Sayukta Nikaya, you can open it up. Yeah, maybe you can share it to Bobby. He has messaged me. Okay, so that's what it is we need to do. So one thing we need to remember is that every breath, life is going away. Better be in jhana. Bobby, it is in 48.40. I think he has put me message 48.38 or 40. It is 40. 48.38. Okay. Any questions? So this I will be sharing it in the TMI group also, Bobby, so that they know what we'll be practicing when everybody is around. Done? Should we end? I think everybody's staring at me. I don't know. Should we end or should we continue what we should do? Anyway, something happened here for you? No.
Yeah, my internet I think went down. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good.
No, did you have any cut here or something? No.
Oh no, it's some heat because I went skiing and the sun and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
A boil, kind of.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. All right then. So we meet tomorrow with more practice of what we discussed. Okay. Good day and good night and good evening. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.